Oh, baby, look at those cicadas. Look at those cicadas.
Can y'all hear?
What is happening?
You hear it? You can hear it?
Yep, we
I'm
can hear
not a
it.
professional, I swear.
Wait, hang on. How many do I get in my shot?
You can hear
Get
it.
one.
Just one?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I'm going to chew the cicada.
You have to chew that.
Oh, it's not a pill.
I know you're lying. You did not say just one. Wait a minute.
It's a treat.
This is a treat doing this with you,
Oh,
sir.
appreciate it, my friend.
Outstanding.
Let's do
Cheers,
this.
everyone.
Cheers.
Why?
Coming from a galaxy near you, this is Brothers in Booze. And here are your hosts, Greg Washington and Doug Ziegler.
White people, weird shit.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll take that as an answer.
Yeah.
Welcome to Brothers and Booze. How you doing, Doug?
Doing great, man. How about you?
Doing all right. I have a dumb little lager here, with all due respect, from Hop and Barrel. I don't know where they're from. I have no idea how I got. Oh, I know how I got it. I got it at the club meeting, but
Oh, okay.
4%. Dumb little lager, just 4% lager. Nothing special. Nothing blowing my, but it's a log. It's a, cheap 4% lager. It's not supposed to blow my mind.
Yep. Agreed. So, well, lagers are, beer that tastes like beer, as we say. So, I'm going to surprise you with the style that I'm going with.
No,
So
IPA.
West Coast IPA.
Mhm.
This is from our previous guest, Rachel Benkowski.
Yeah, how did you get that?
She sent it to me, and I sent her beer. So we did a beer exchange. Dude, you got to get on top of it to send people beers and then send your beer back. Yeah, that's a lot of work. I know. Anyway, Bone House, which is where she works. So she sent me this, and as everybody knows in the show, I am generally not a giant fan of the West Coast style. There's a little bit too much bitterness in them for me, mostly. But she had said that it wasn't that bitter, so we're gonna see how it tastes.
Yeah, I'm the only one. I'm the only one bitter because I don't have one. There you go.
All right, so not super like it's actually a little clear. I was expecting it to be a little more hazy, but
Oh God, I'm bored with this beer already. I'll be back. I'm already bored with this beer. I'll be back.
all right. So with this, the West Coast style, like I said, not generally my favorite style. It actually doesn't smell like it. Actually smells more of along the lines of like a double IPA, like a little sweet on the nose, which is interesting. I wasn't expecting that, but this is 6.5%, by the way, from called the Baron of Arizona, because Rachel's from Arizona. So cheers. Yeah, that's actually really good. Like I said, I'm generally not a huge fan of this, like the super bitter West Coast IPAs, but this isn't. The haziness is there, but not overdone. It's kind of almost like a standard American pale ale to me, but a little more bitter than that. Just a little more bitter than that. Now that after like a good 30 seconds, then you get the hop bitterness at the end, but it's not like prevalent to the whole taste. So this would be an interesting. I wish I would have saved it and gave you some because you probably would dig this because it's a different sort of take on the West Coast IPA. But good, cheers.
Or maybe I should just put an effort in and stop being lazy. Anyway, literally as that video was playing, the Red Sox got third stolen base, and the White Sox and one of those was stealing.
All right, listen, guys, we've had this talk all week about the Boston sports. Can we just not have it in this show? Jesus Christ.
Well, it's already here, so we broke
well, I guess we're here now already. So
we broke the seal, yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna ask Dave Mack, who's an avid basketball fan, I'm pretty sure, about what he thinks about the finals. So sorry, Doug, you're gonna have.
That's okay. We can talk about. I can yell about Boston some more.
Yeah, this is Yeah. Yes. So without further ado, because we want to get to Mac ASAP, we have this.
Vibing out.
That again.
I don't know. We were vibing out. It was cool.
It was, but we didn't need it again. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Producer, who produces this shit?
I think
I got bored with that other lager. It wasn't. There's nothing wrong with it. It was just boring. If that makes sense. So, and that's what it was supposed to be. So, but I got a Hillsborough, dog. Peanut butter jelly Joe porter.
Okay. Porter. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So, as you can see, I was pretty excited to get to the porter. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This peanut butter and jelly porter. I get the peanut butter, a little bit of sweetness with the jelly. It works pretty nice. It actually tastes like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Gives you that little porter at the end. It's pretty nice stuff. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish this one.
Yeah, top tier sandwich too to model it after.
Yeah. So anyway, I should have did that before I did this, but since you were vibing, we'll do this again. Okay, so without further ado, our past guest news is from our friends letting the liquid prevail, Doug. Libco.
Nice.
Yes, they got a new CEO, as you can see here. Michael is an entrepreneur with a background in financing and operations. He's a founder of a capital business collective, so he's got money for cannabis and alcohol industry. So he's all over the place. Obviously, it's a great thing that he loves to drink beer. Doug, his sports teams are everything Boston, though.
Hey, you can't win them all. He chose the right people to work with, but yeah, his sports choices are questionable. Except for
so I'm excited. Yeah, and I'm excited about this for Libco because they are obviously, as you're going to see right now, they're very busy. They got a lot of things going on. So at least someone could come in and look at their financials, keep them straight there while they worry about, letting the liquid prevail. And I think it's great. He will play a crucial role in guiding our financial decisions from budgeting to forecasting to managing to investments to funding our exciting new projects. So shout out to Libco for that. So then this is all from the newsletter, y'all. So I got the newsletter and it was packed this month. They held 20 events in 29 days in February, Doug. I'm forgetting Libco's female presence. I'm forgetting her name at the moment. I don't know why I'm blanking on this. Jasmine. Jasmine was on a Women for Craft panel, as y'all could see there. The craft panel had amongst the people was Dr. J and Jasmine Dill and a couple other females here from different brewing and brewing places and organizations. So Jasmine was doing that this year. Libco's got a lot of things going on, Doug. One of the things is they've started a capital raise for their brick and mortar. So that should be around the corner. They're raising money. Y'all can go to their website right here. You can't click on this, but you can go to their website. If y'all have some money for some capital to help donate, or not donate, actually, to help invest, I believe. Meaning you'll get the money back with Libco. So that's great. And then they have all these upcoming events, Doug. One of them says Barrel and Flow. So they are moving and shaking and doing all the Sundress and Cigars thing. I believe that's tomorrow. So they are just packed through the gill. And yeah, I'm just thrilled about Libco. I subscribe to their newsletter, y'all. So that's how I got all that information. It's in their newsletter, but you can find all that on their website. Good times going on with Libco. So that's great. We'll talk to Dave Mack about Libco here in a little bit. Also, on Monday, the Bruising Banter podcast takes over Angie's Being Black and Craft podcast. That's on Monday. As you see, you can find that on YouTube Instagram. What's that thumbs up dumb thing? And I know what it is. Don't answer.
Yeah.
And the dumb thing, and the dumb thing under it. But so y'all can find Angie all those places. That should be a fun one. Angie told me there's something going on about Mad Dog 2020 during this episode.
Oh boy.
So I don't know what the hell they're trying to do with this, but it should be fun. So all right. Cool. Let's get to this real quick because we have a quick update. We have to set the record straight, Doug. So last week on What the Fuck News, Doug, we talked about the guy who got his license suspended, and then he got on a Zoom with the judge, and then when he was driving, and his license was supposed to be suspended, and then the judge was like, "What? Why are you driving when your license is suspended?" And he was like, "Oh shit!" And then he's like, "Your bail is remanded. You need to go to jail, dude." And he was like, "Oh fuck." So I don't know if you've seen, Doug. Since then, it came out that there was a clerical error, and then that was all cleared up. Mm-hmm. And now it's since come out, Doug, that the judge is saying right here, literally right here, that the dude never had a license. So I am vastly confused on what the hell is going on.
Me too. I didn't hear the thing about the judge. I did hear that there was like a clerical error. I'm like, oh well, that sucks. And that poor guy's like a meme. And
right.
Maybe he didn't have a license. I don't know.
Right. So now he never had a license. That's what the judge says. So not in Michigan where that happened or anywhere is where the judge said. So I don't know what to think of that whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty funny, Doug, but it wouldn't be funny if it was me.
No, it would not be funny at all if it was you. It's funny when it's other people.
Right. So there's that. So let's, before we get to Dave here real quick, let's see what we got. Do we have any comments, Doug, you want to show?
We got a few. I think he was talking about your porter.
You should be jelly about this one, JHG. See what I did, Doug? I'm so brilliant. Yeah, I'm on my second. Maybe not. I don't know. Doug and I have kind of.
There's a few that.
We're like, we got to get to the next one. Yeah. And Doug, I really want to show you I have 3 ready, and the 4th one is a gem. So I wanted to. So when the first one was blah, I was like, oh no, we're gonna
just
skip to
Audible there.
The 4th one I got lined up is Chef's Kiss. Anyway, what's going on? What else
I want to get your opinion on that. You're the soccer guy. I'm not. Arsenal versus Tottenham.
Okay. He's on the proper side of.
He was. Yeah.
Tottenham is.
He's an Arsenal guy. The Libco's CFO is an Arsenal guy. I think he said on it.
Oh, okay. So whatever. He's a Boston guy too, so whatever. Look, I just hope he does good by my peoples. That's it. Me too. I just want him to do good by my peoples. That's it. He could be a Boston fan. Look, here's Mr. JT. He does good by us, and he's a Boston fan.
Yeah.
Here's another one. This guy does good by us. He's a Boston fan, Doug.
Yeah.
Our guest next week, Aaron Govea, maybe not, but we'll.
Yeah, he's
one. We'll deal with it. We'll deal with him.
That's gonna be intolerable for me, but it'll be great. It'll be great. Great content.
Yeah. Yes. I would mention it, but I don't have my shit ready. So what we're gonna do, Doug, is we're going to bring on our guest here. He is one of our closest Black brewer friends, Doug. Would you say? So. Yeah. He pays us attention, so we like him for that. He's from one of the close ties that we have with this guy, y'all, is that Dave Mack and I are from the same. We were born in the same area. We are from the same region of the same area. We're both from West Philly. Dave still lives there. I live in Wisconsin, as y'all know. So Dave's, working on. We'll talk to him, but he's, building an empire out there. And of course, his sister, Latifah. We are friends with her, and she's fabulous to us.
Mhm.
And they're both like family to us. So, without further ado, we're going to bring on one of the best black brewers in this bitch, Dave Mack. What's up, Dave Mack?
What's going on?
Look at him. Look at Dave Mack. Hasn't aged a day.
I mean,
Jeez.
the hair is. I'm growing the hair. I'm trying to get myself.
I don't know what that shit's like.
I know. Look at that. Dave Mack hasn't aged a day. I don't see any gray yet.
I got one. I got like one in my beard, but it looks like this when the light hits it, it just looks like the light just hit it a certain way. So it's just that one that nobody sees but me. So
keep fighting them off. Keep fighting them off. Your father, so like they creeping on you. They come.
Listen, man. I try to stay stress free as possible. But
what's that like?
Dad of two, building a brewery. That is not a stress-free life.
Dave, you got anything in the glass before we get to what's going on with you?
In the glass, you know what I'm drinking? We just had pizza night at the house. So we had pizza from down north. It's a black-owned pizza spot here in Philly. It's in North Philly. And I have a blueberry lemonade. That's what I have.
Oh, okay.
Hey, that's refreshing shit.
That's what I've been on. I've been drinking my water. Yesterday I was drinking at Carbon Copy, and I had the Toasty. They had a collab with Two Locals, and I had the Toasty, which is a 10% porter.
Oh,
so when you come home, you should
good.
try that before it's gone.
Two Locals. Yeah, I gotta get me the Two Locals. What? Because they got their new brick and mortar. What's going on? What do you know about it?
I've been there a few times. They got the brick and mortar. It's right there. You know what's crazy? It's remember where University City High School was?
Yeah.
It's right around there. Because University High School is no more. So it's like right in that area, right off of Market. So they're still in West Philly. Well, University City.
It's still West Philly. It's on that borderline though. It's like right there.
Yeah. So
excellent. So everything's going good as far as you seen when you were there and all that.
Oh, everything I seen was pretty dope. I know Rich, he was getting together on just like locking in on the equipment. But again, we're talking November. This is like November. Okay. So I'm pretty sure they're good. I've been seeing the beer circle around the city a little bit. So I'm happy for them.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So what's the latest with Mack Brewing? What's going on?
Oh man.
A lot, I'm sure, right?
Not so good. Not so good. So we had to postpone our Juneteenth event. There was a lot going on. It just wasn't going to be feasible for us to do it. It's a lot of personal things going on, and then preparing for Barrel and Flow. It just wasn't feasible. But this is just a pause. We are coming back stronger next year, and we have about 2 more events we want to add to our repertoire for that. And we're just going back to the drawing board of exactly how we want to execute getting our brick and mortar. So it's just going back. Had to take a step back. It has been a bit daunting mentally, just thinking like the momentum and the trajectory that you had, and then when you gotta like when you gotta like take a step back and just reevaluate the approach, it can be mentally draining sometimes. But we're good. We are in a good place, and we're good.
Awesome. Like sometimes you do have to take a step back in the process. Sometimes it's not just a straight path, right? So, hey, and like you said, if you're just taking a step back, if stuff wasn't working and you knew you wouldn't be up to the standards you wanted it to, then it makes sense to just kind of take a step back and get yourself organized. And we're just
and again, opportunities have been there, as far as getting the brick and mortar opportunities have been there as far as the leasing is concerned.
Okay.
And it's no secret that is not a route that I would like to take. And case in point, it doesn't matter what platform you're on. You can see on Facebook Marketplace breweries selling off their equipment because they're shutting down, and no one is asking the questions why. And I think a lot of times I can't discuss anyone's business plan because I don't know what they got planned. But I don't see success happening without owning the place, because it's not for me and our company. This isn't something that I'm trying to build to sell. I know a lot of breweries are coming into the space where they have great ideas and they want to get it out and they want to go, and then the next thing they want to do is sell to the big conglomerates. That's not really what I'm looking for. I'm looking to build a legacy. My legacy is to make sure that, my children grow up and their children's children see something that the family has built and will stand the test of time and put out some dope beer. And that's one thing I will not go back on. 10% or better. I love what we do, and we're going to keep going. We got a collab coming up with New French Brewing. They are in Pittsburgh, just opening up. Last time you all came to Barrel and Flow, you met Thomas Poet.
Yes.
Thomas Poet is the co-owner of this brewery, and we're doing a collab. So we're working on that for Barrel and Flow. Working on a few more, but I don't know if they're going to come into fruition before Barrel and Flow. But we're trying to do collabs. We want to take a year of just doing collabs with folks. Something that'll be seasonal, and we just keep it flowing.
Yeah, we just talked to our friend, and her, April Dove, from the community a couple weeks ago, right, Doug?
Yeah.
And she was talking about how she's trying to find her way to Dave, and there's a little bit of recalibrating that she wants to do, taking a step back, making sure that her business model, which she, y'all trying to do y'all brewing beer, but y'all trying to do two different things, I believe. And then I think that a lot of this is, Dave, is, is, you mentioned it, man. It's a lot of it is forced. A lot of y'all having to take a step back and look at it is because of the way that the whole industry is looking. When y'all both jumped in, y'all are, at this point, you're seasoned vet, Dave. You've been here, you've been running around, you've been running a while, but when you started running, this situation and the environment is completely different. You came in when it was booming, in my opinion, and now it's a little bit of a lag here, and there's a lot of changes, and there's a lot of market forces, and there's a lot of different things going on. The pandemic threw a fucking blip into the thing, but even after the pandemic, just that recovery is still, some breweries still aren't recovering. And just the different, I just think there's different people grabbing craft now. You have this insurgence of THC drinks, what we're going to get to next or soon. So there's all different kinds of things going on. So it doesn't surprise me that y'all are like, yo, we're taking a step back. But also what I love that I'm hearing is that we ain't done. Like, y'all both are like, no, we're not done. This isn't going the way we're going for it. And we're looking back and take a step back and, sometimes you got to tweak that business model, like Doug said and you said. So I don't even know if I have a question more than like, I don't know. Doug and I are just, we're here for y'all as much as we can be, and we just hope that y'all kind of are able to see your vision. And I still hear vision there, so I'm just really great about that. Another vision that Dave didn't say there, but like Dave wants to make. Dave wants to make community change in his community, y'all. He doesn't just want to just build a brewery to build a brewery. He doesn't want to build a brewery to have like our boys here who want to be like nationwide. And that's great. I mean, that's, hey, if Black Viking wants to do that, pull that off, go right ahead. But Dave's looking for that community pub, that community feel, bringing really good product to Black people, to an area that, as far as I know, is a food desert, probably still. I know it's probably a beer desert. The facilities, and now it's getting gentrified. So all kinds of fucking crazy shit's going on in West Philly. It's insane in the membrane. So I don't know, Doug. I'm sorry, Doug. I don't know, Dave, if you want to respond to anything I said. There's not a question in there. Really more of just a toss up as far as you explaining what's going
on. I will say yes, it's still pretty much a food desert. Beer, as far as craft beer, as far as good beer that we all on this call would drink, yes, it's a desert. But yes, I want to be in West Philly.
It's creeping though. It's creeping with two locals. You know what I mean? It's creeping.
It's creeping.
And so if you get there and two locals is there, we can
meet in the middle, and that's why I'm trying to be on the far end. They're on like 39th. I'm trying to be on 60th or 63rd. So I want to be on the other end of West Philly. And I just believe that we don't get to see beer in this capacity. Beer is always that cheap drink. You go, it's the liquor, it's the wine, and then it's beer. And I like the fact that in the last 15 years or so, it's like, oh, it's a beer and wine event. Like, not a wine and beer, it's a beer and wine event. It's like, oh, wine, but what beer you got? So it's like I love that. I love the fact that a lot of like customers are like private schools who are like having events for like fundraisers, stuff like that, and they want a keg. And you're starting to see like how beer, not starting to see, but how beer is just changing the landscape as far as what it is to be a sophisticated drink. You can have a beer that's $45 a pint, and people look at you like, oh, that's crazy, you're paying that much for a beer. But then you taste it and it's like, whoa, like I want another one, but I just don't want to pay that money.
There is that.
The just the way, like I've always said, just the way that we want to approach it. We want to approach beer with a cultural effect. We want to be able, like when it comes to the merch, and we have the maroon satin bombers are coming out. They should be ready for Barrel and Flow. So even that, like new websites getting built, new merch coming out where we're starting to do the embroidered. I don't know if you can see it. So we're doing embroidered. We're trying to get away from the screen prints. Like I said, we're trying to stand the test of time. I want someone to be able to have one of our shirts on, our jackets on when they're like 60 plus. And we're looking back, like I remember when this all started. So, but to go back to your question, excuse me, I went on to a little tangent. The gentrification is real. We're seeing it with the school district. The school district it was one big conglomerate. I don't know how true it is, but they're saying they want to start doing clusters again. And with those clusters, it'll be in different sections of the city. And I believe the only reason they're having that conversation is because of the gentrification going on. Like 10 blocks from me right now, there's homes going for 1.2 million. And that's like, we're not far. I'm talking about still on the same bus line. Still, we're talking 46 in Spruce, though. Like 1.2 million, 500,000, 700,000, 500,000, and that's a fixer-upper. That's not even let's move in and let's get the family together.
Wait, West Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in America? Wait, that same West Philadelphia?
We've seen cribs go for 1.2. Yeah,
that's not even taken into account. Like when you were talking about not doing a lease for Mack Brewing, like you think about like just the way rent prices are going up is just nuts, and they can change it on a dime. So you could be doing something where you have a lease space, and they go, hey, we're going to jack up your rent by $1,000 a month, and they can do it, and they have no repercussions. They could be like, well, pay it or get out. And
you know what happens? I don't know how true this is, but I'm going to put out a conspiracy theory, and I'm going to say, you know what? Rent went up for breweries, and they came out with seltzers.
Oh, Greg wanted to ask you about seltzers, so this is perfect.
rent went up for breweries, and all of a sudden seltzers came out. that's what that's my theory. I'm gonna stick to it. I don't know. That's not true. That's just
Dave with like the red, like the pins and the red string going
like is it so that's one of the main things. We have to when you're looking at beer, I think the one thing that they don't look at when it comes to us, when I say they, I mean like the people outside of the beer world, we're artists. To like you would call a chef an artist. You would call a brewer an artist. They're coming up with these recipes. They're putting these beers together. They're getting the flavors that they want out of the materials that they have. And sometimes a lot of these breweries are pulling things out of their ass. Like you go to their facility, it's like, how are they brewing this beer this way? And when you look at it that way, when you got to think about how you got to pay $5,000 a month for rent because, you can move in and they'll give you the lease for $1,000 a month, right? Just beginning. Then they start seeing, it's never empty in here. Oh yeah. Rent's $5,000 now. And we, when it comes to the breweries, I think I'm gonna call it the brewery bubble, because you had people that were leasing the buildings. They were paying for all the construction. They were taking out the loans for the construction. They're because that's one thing people don't know. You can buy the building, but it has to meet specs so you can start brewing. Mm-hmm. So now you're taking loans out for that. Then you're going to probably a separate bank and taking out a whole different loan to buy the equipment. So now you're starting behind the 8 ball. You're starting 2-3 million in debt, trying to come up, but you're leasing the building. So now you're hoping that you can churn a profit, but now the lease goes up. Now you're selling your equipment, or excuse me, you're not. The bank is selling your equipment pennies on the dollar because you can't make the payments.
Yeah.
And now we have another brewery bites the dust.
Yeah. I'm going to open a second beer. Then I gotta comment on that bit. So this one is one that I found, and I was kind of surprised I found it. It was a Schlafly, which is out of St. Louis. I, for some reason, thought they were out of Cleveland. Double Beam Blonde. So this is a coffee and chocolate blonde ale. So I've had coffee blondes before, never a coffee and chocolate blonde ale. So we're going to see how this is.
No, we didn't have coffee in ours. That was the year we did a human robot.
Yeah. And that was excellent, by the way. I remember
that was excellent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So as usual, I do the heavy pour. So coffee and chocolate. Usual. Yeah. It's a coffee and chocolate there, heavy on the nose, which is.
I don't know, Doug. I don't know.
So that's really good. Really good. Okay. That's a really good combo. The coffee and the chocolate really work well together.
I don't know, that first facial expression. I'm like, hold up, is it that bad?
The problem is I make the facial expression because I get it all over my mustache, and that drives me nuts when I drink it. So I'm like getting so I'm like,
oh Lord.
Yeah. So, but the chocolate adds a nice little sweetness with the bitterness of the coffee, and the blonde is, it's good. It's a good solid beer. I mean, it's 6.3%, so not like high on the ABV scale, but really good, solid. Even though it's a coffee and chocolate beer, it's like super drinkable even in like the warm times, because of the blonde ale part. But yeah, and then now I completely forgot what I was going to ask you. So awesome.
Yo, Latifah Mack in the house.
Yeah, Latifah.
And
by the way, I didn't know your sister was a really good basketball player.
Yeah. She was dope. She was super dope.
She was a track.
Y'all never told us that shit.
Player, yeah, the first
ever all these
to score 1,000 points.
All these conversations, Doug. We never knew that.
No,
that she comes out on was it Facebook or something? And she's like, this happened, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
True story about basketball for me is I missed scoring 1,000 points in high school by 48 points.
Damn, Doug. I didn't know that.
I was a good basketball player, but I was a good basketball player in the farm country of Pennsylvania. It wasn't like I was playing against.
Okay,
I wasn't playing in like the competition Latifah was playing against. Like,
okay. So, but Doug, what were you? Were you point guard? What were you? Forward? What were you?
I was a shooting guard. You have to understand. I was 6 foot tall,
Shoot, okay.
and where I was, that was tall. Like
Okay.
the tall kids that we had
So-
were the most uncoordinated dudes you'd ever seen. So you see like these 6'5" guys that are like, and they're farmers, so they're just massive. They have just no finesse and no.
So,
Not
where did
great.
those 950 points come from, Doug? Were you 3-point shooter, or were you a driver, or what was your heat map?
I was largely a 3-point shooter until my senior year. My junior year, I averaged about 18 points a game, and then my coach said to me, next year they're not going to let you do that. You're going to have to learn how to drive, and I was not very good at driving, so I learned how to do that and learn how to dribble. And then when I went to college, I realized I'm really short compared to all these fucking people, so I guess I got transferred over to a point guard at that point. So yeah, but yeah, Latifah, man, I just didn't know that, and yeah, awesome.
Yeah, she's
Yes.
a basketball player. I played ball, but I never focused on it that much. I was an outside kid. Let me ride my bike around the city for a while.
But y'all both got those. Respectfully, y'all both got those basketball player builds. Y'all both tall. Y'all both skinny. Y'all both muscles. So y'all could, I could see it working, Doug.
My son, that's the one. My son, he is at age 8. He is basketball, hockey. We're still waiting for baseball.
Hockey.
Yes, he plays hockey.
That's Greg's jam right there, baby.
Love it. Love hearing black people dominate and playing hockey. I love it.
Yeah,
because when we do play, we're fucking good. Doug. I don't know if we're really good when we do, but we just don't. And I think there's a lot about there's a lot of exposure there.
It's also expensive as shit. Like,
well, that's the exposure part.
The equipment's so expensive. Sometimes it makes it prohibitive for people who might not have the means to do it. So
yeah,
that's my point about exposure.
It's in West Philly, where he plays. So it's dope. This is his first year, so he was still like learning. First he was learning how to skate. That didn't last long. They moved him up to the learning how to play. So once he was getting the play together, so it's something that he's going to stick with. He's probably going to go to summer camp for it. He's dope, man. My son, now when it comes to sports, my son watches all of them. That's his thing. He's the sports fanatic.
Yeah, my 17-year-old is pretty good at basketball. He's not great, but and he just, the problem is like there's like a lot of politics with the kids in the school that he goes to, that he knew he wasn't going to get playing time, even though he's fucking 6'5" and can dunk from a standstill and can shoot threes. And the most unusual shooting thing is he shoots threes left-handed and shoots everything inside the 3-point right-handed. And I just have never seen that before. It's like, it's almost like Ben Simmons, but
better.
But better.
I'm a lefty. I'm a natural lefty.
Yeah.
My son is right-handed, and I want him to just practice on the left. If my son at the age of 8 starts perfecting his left hand, I'm pretty sure he's going to have the height, but he loves the dribble. And if I can just have that sense of Kyrie Irving with
that's a high bar.
Listen, Kyrie is not a lefty. He's not a natural lefty.
This is dope.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's all I want him to do. And he listens, and you know what's crazy? He came up to me. He was like, "Kyrie Irving plays with his left hand." I said, "Yeah, and he's right-handed." Really?
Yeah.
And his whole everything just made sense to him after that.
Right.
Light bulb moment. That's cool.
Yeah. So Doug, I'm gonna skip over my third one. It was all right. It wasn't, but I wanted to get to this one.
You're breezing through them, man. So yeah, let's get to
yeah. I don't know. I'm not fit. None of these are finished, so it's not. Doug, you'll know when you see this why I wanted to get to this. It's Doug.
Oh, is it which one? Is it the triple mash?
S'mores.
Oh, the s'mores. Oh.
Yes.
Have you ever had dragon's
Got it.
milk, Dave? Please tell me you've had dragon's
Yes,
milk.
I had dragon milk before. Yes.
The s'mores one, and it's not my favorite one, Doug. As you know, I've told a story about this, how my family liked it more than me. This one's really, really good. I mean, they're all good, so it's not, it's just like a scale. Yeah, s'mores, a lot of marshmallow, and some chocolate, Doug. I actually gave Jessica Jones one of these yesterday, Doug, and she laughed at me because she's like, "You're giving me a marshmallow beer?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm giving you a fucking dragon's milk." And only you, Jessica Jones. She didn't complain. It wasn't a complaint, but she was like a little weird, because Jessica Jones is the, organic, whatever you want to call her. Anyway, fantastic, Doug. This is great. What I like about this one too, Doug, I like drinking it right when it's cold and then tasting it as it warms up, like any stout.
Yeah.
But I like this one cold though. Some people don't like the stouts cold. Love this one when it's cold. So, Dave, if you have one or you transition out of your lemonade, let us know. And if not, we'll just keep rolling.
No, I don't have one. I'm on daddy duty today.
Oh, okay.
I'm surprised nobody came downstairs yet.
Okay.
We've seen your drinking prowess before on this stream, so we don't really have to. Y'all can just look up the replays.
Yeah, I still remember when you drank that braggot on the show, and you were like, "This is great," and then you're like, "Okay, Dave's drunk. This is great. Let's keep going."
Yeah,
that was fun. That was a good time. Good time. So one of the, or go, Dave, go.
No. I was about to say I've seen times that drinking beer, like that's the part about beer drinking. Like it's a natural thing, right? You're used to drinking your beer, and you're used to just drinking. And then I had a bottle of rum that my friend mixed, and there was a fifth of rum, and I was drinking it like I was drinking beer because it's a very smooth rum. It's oh man, it was a wild night. This was pandemic era.
Yeah, everybody was kind of in that mode, right?
Pandemic era, and then it was like back to back interviews on Instagram, stuff like that. And it's like, oh, let me get a beer. Oh, let me get another one. And then you look up, and it's like, oh, I drunk 12. Just sitting there.
Yeah, rum is one of those. Go ahead, Greg. Sorry.
No, Doug, you go.
I was just gonna say, rum is a liquor that I have to steer clear of because I have no sense of when to stop with rum. I just don't have it off. I don't go, all right, I'm good. I'm right there. I'm great. I don't need, I plow right past it with rum. That's the bad
And then you wake up the next morning like, oh, I should have stopped.
Yeah.
So now we got a professional brewer here, Doug. I have to ask about this. I have to. I mean, did you see this, Dave? Do you know what's going on here? Do you care? What's your opinion?
I see this.
What is happening? I'm not a professional, I swear.
Wait, hang on. How many do I get in my shot?
You get one.
So, are you going to be offering anything like that in the near future?
Absolutely not. Absolutely. Like, I'm trying to, like, the question that crosses my mind when I see stuff like that, who invented this shit? Who came up and said, you know what, I'm going to catch some cicadas and I'm going to just drench them in some liquor and then I'm going to take the shot and I'm going to eat the cicada too.
It is, it seems very much, I said to Greg at the beginning, it's very much like a white people kind of thing. Like, throw some fucking bugs in it. That'd be great. No, it will not.
No, it won't. I don't want any, I don't want, like, that, is it like, is the bug like drenched in like a B12 vitamin to keep the hangover away or something?
Are you sure?
Well, I'm gonna chew the cicada.
You have to chew that.
Oh,
I know you're lying. You cannot say just one. Wait a minute.
This is a treat doing this with you. Outstanding. Cheers, everyone. Cheers. How's the taste, man? How's the taste, man?
Not bad. It's fucking bad. That's not good. Don't give me that not bad nonsense. Holy shit. It reminds me of when you have tequila and there's like, wow, you're going to eat the fucking worm at the bottom? No, I'm not going to eat that shit.
No,
Wait,
you
why
don't
are you
eat
doing that?
worm. Don't eat that
The
worm.
worm probably
That's
get you drunker. It's been sitting in there all day, but
that shit. No, I did it, and that shit fucked me up for 2 days. I'm not even joking. Not
no,
even
see,
joking.
I'm not gonna try
Doug,
it.
stop laughing. Damn it.
I'm
Oh,
not.
Come
trying.
I'm going to laugh at you for that.
But
No, you're not.
if I'm not sick and throwing up, like if I get drunk enough and remember, like, oh, I ate a bug, I might throw up then. Like
It's foul.
When I see people in this country that do shit like that, I don't want to eat at your house. I don't want to go out to restaurants with you. I don't want to do none of that shit because the type of stuff that you're used to, it may not align with me in my spirit. I'm okay. So to answer your question in a nutshell, absolutely not. You won't get any of that coming from the lines off the lines of the future lines of Mack Brewing. No.
Okay. Did you want to say anything about Libco while we were here? Talked about in past guest news.
Libco, that's my folks. I went to Johnson C. Smith with both Doug and Jasmine before they were married. We graduated together. Well, they graduated behind me. I can't remember. But we crossed the halls together. I'm very happy to see what they're doing. They are very, very busy. They are very supportive of what we are doing over here, and I'm very supportive of what they're doing. I remember the talks of the CFO and things of that nature. I don't, you're going to make me sign up for the newsletter. I just don't sign up for stuff like that because it's hard for me to keep up with emails now. But yes, I need to call him. Last time I called him was probably like a month ago. But yeah, between him, Sean, Sizzle, Doug, like it's not a lot of us in the beer scene. So
it's a tight community.
It's a tight knit community. You pretty much, if you come to Barrel and Flow, you've probably met, if not all, majority of black owned or black brewers. And we're pretty much in close knit. There is some off-putting things with a few groups, but I won't discuss that here.
But if you have a collection of people,
until we hit end stream. But anyway, go on, Doug.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, but if you have a collection of people, there's going to be certain people that just don't jive with the rest of the people, and that's just that's humans. You know what I mean? So
right.
But for the most part, it's completely supportive. There is no hate. There is no like envy. I think a lot of times people think like, the breweries will come up and one brewery will get here, the next brewery will get there, but they'll get there faster than the other one. And I don't see a way that shouldn't bother you. Everyone's journey is different. Everyone's state is different. Everyone's situation is different. And you don't know what their end goal is. Their end goal may be completely different from yours. And that was something that I know I needed to take a step and look at, because it's human nature. You look and like, oh man, they got here. Well, let me start doing this because I'm not doing enough. And you realize like I'm actually doing a lot. I just need to really take a step back, and that's what we're doing. And I believe this step back will catapult us next year. That's my forecast. We have a few things that's in play, and trust me, you all will know. And it's not my show, but to lead into the next topic that you brought up, this is something that will be in play with the THC realm and everything, for our next big event.
Doug.
All right. Well, Greg, no, because what I have to say is unrelated to this, but he's delving right into. You wanted to have a discussion about THC stuff, so please.
Yeah. So Dave, how does you already mentioned it, so I want you to kind of go deeper dive in that one. Or which is the
Or
seltzers.
if you
What do
can,
you
if you
see?
can.
Where do you see I like to ask all professional brewers this actually. Where do y'all see the seltzer thing? It came in hot during the pandemic. Is it waning? What do you think? Is it still having that power? And then what do you think about the THC drinks? How do they fit into this? Are they taking you see I see so real quick, Dave, out here in Wisconsin in 2018, they passed this bill called the Farm Bill. And what it did was it gave all this like power to hemp farmers because they were trying to push the hemp farms. So what people have found out a couple years later that you can extract the THC from the hemp here and you can throw it in alcoholic beverage or sorry THC beverages and they come out real nice. Doug and Dave. There's one brewery called Oliphant Brewing up here that does 50 milligram ones in one can. They hit pretty
Yeah, you did
nice.
that. Yeah, they
I
did.
did
We
it
saw
on
that
one
when you did it.
stream. You can go back and see. I forget what stream it was, but
This
I
is
drank
Greg
a whole
later on
one
the
and
show.
I was like, yeah, it's nice. It's nice. So you see breweries taking advantage of this and the seltzers. So yeah, Dave, where are you at? And um, I don't I don't want to push you because I didn't know that anything was going on with the THC. So if you don't want to talk about that specifically, you can just speak on what do you think of like how does these THC fit in with the breweries and is it taking away from y'all? Is it adding to y'all? Where are you at with all that? Please.
I don't think it's taking anything away from us because I think they're hand in hand. Most of the people that I know that drink beer, they smoke. Most of the people that I know that smoke, they'll occasionally have a beer. So I feel like marrying the two it's inevitable. It's going to happen. It's already happening. Um, so I don't see it taken away from anything. I just think people need to learn how to lean in. I think we're so big on siloing everything. Well, this is my lane, that's your lane. It can stay your lane, but how can we bridge? How can we bridge the gap between the two of us to make sure that there's no big I's and small U's, but we can all have a piece of the quote unquote American dream? You're muted.
No,
Greg
okay.
was-
Yeah. No, it's cool.
Uh,
No,
I,
no, no.
I have now. I'm not the biggest smoker in the world. So
Me either.
me drinking 50 milliliters or 50 grams of
Milliliters.
my I didn't I messed that up. Don't do that. That will
Woof.
clearly.
Yeah, you
I'm very skeptical when I do have a THC beverage. I'm very skeptical because I don't know how it's going to affect me and how long it's going to last. It's nothing like, for me, that foggy feeling the next day, that don't sit well with me. I want it gone.
Yeah. I'm with you. I can't smoke for shit. I have tried a handful of times and every time I feel terrible. However, like gummies and things like that I can do. But the gummies for me are more like I do them to sleep. Like if I need to get a good night's sleep, and I'll take like 5 milligrams. I take no more than that. Like that's my limit.
I do have some sleep gummies. I won't do them when I have my kids with me, which is damn near every day. If I'm like by myself, sure. Because I think the gummies, they put you in a different type of sleep. Like that sleep, it can be 3 hours, but in my mind, it was 10.
Yeah, I get the gummies and they make my fucking mouth like I feel like I was in the Sahara Desert. Like after when I wake up from having it, just like when you wake up after drinking, sometimes you have cotton mouth. The cotton mouth and gummies is worse. It's like I have to like sit there and do this for like 5 minutes before I get any fucking saliva coming in the mouth. It's
But
you know
what's crazy? So every year I go through a fast and I fast from everything. And honestly, you know what gives you that feeling that we take for granted? Sugar. When I'm fasting, and let's say I break my fast and I'm eating and then I drink a Pepsi. I'll go to sleep and wake up feeling exactly how you just said. I got cotton mouth. I'm foggy. I damn near feel like I was at the bar all night. And I know I didn't drink anything. So it's like sugar will do it. So it might be like the sugar in the gummies because they have to have a lot of sugar. They have to extract it.
They make them palatable. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that might be what it is.
Yeah.
But I'm not a medical professional. I don't know.
Disclaimer time. Disclaimer.
So the thing that fucked me up about the gummies the most, see, y'all eat the gummies at night. So I love gummies during the day, Doc. The problem is, and actually the problem is, Dave, is that I swear to you, every time I do it during the day, especially like a big, so I'll take like 3 gummies. This motherfucker, Dave, I always forget. Yeah, depending on it depends on what's going on in the day, and I just want to chill. Yeah. So, Dave, the problem is, and it's a dumb one, but like every single time, Dave, I take the gummies, I fucking forget that I took the gummies. Like smoking has that aspect where you're like, okay, I'm smoking, so then I'm going to get high. You're like, it has a direct effect. You know what I mean? So you smoke, and then you know you're going to get high in like 2 seconds, or you know what I mean, like immediately. The gummies you eat, and you just walk around, and you finish it. You know what I mean? You're doing all kinds of things. And you like sometimes I literally forget that I took the gummies, and then the gummies hit, and then I'm all fucked up. Doug, last Baron Flow, when we were sitting in the VIP section, do you remember this? And Barry, I was like zoned out, and Barry was like, I was fucked up. That was one of those times, Doug, where I popped like way too many gummies. That Dave, I just was like, I'm gonna have a good time. I'm at Baron Flow. I'll just pop I think I popped like 4 gummies back at the place and we're just eating, and I was just like, oh my god, like my heart was beating a little bit. I was having a little bit of palpitations, Doug. I'm like, am I gonna die? And like, what the fuck's going on with me? Why am I so fucked up? And I just totally forgot that I took the fucking gummies. Like that was part of the whole thing.
I can't do that. I can't do it. The last time I had it was a THC infused fruit punch. And the thing is, I did not. It was like, it wasn't a big one. It was like this big. What it was like 10 or 16 ounce, something like that. And I drank the whole thing because I was thirsty. So I was
plug it down.
I took it down, and I'm done. Like when it hit, I'm like, oh. How do I stop this? And you can't
stop it. There's
that shit lasted
no
for like 2 days. I'm like, how
much
was
chill
in this?
I have no chill with edibles.
Yeah, there's this thing that I saw on TikTok, which Greg is anti-TikTok, and that's fine. But there's this thing where this guy with his wife was recording her husband, and he ate like a bag of gummies that he didn't think were THC gummies, and it was 1,000 milligrams. And he was like, and her parents were coming over to visit. And he's like, it's okay, I'll be fine. And he was just, and then she recorded him while he was just a fucking mess. He's just like, what's he? I'm like, yeah, you took 1,000, like, what do you expect then? Oh, it'll be fine. No, it will not. You will not be fine.
Dave, you don't have, so what they're doing here, Dave, is a lot. So there's one brewery that makes these THC drinks, actually. Or there's a brewery here, and so they make them at their brewery, but you could only take them to go, so you can't drink them there because there's this aspect of, again, how do you know, like how do you know as a bar, like, okay, so you're a brewery owner, you're gonna own a brick and mortar at some point. How do you teach your employees? How do you train them on how do you serve these things, and how do you know what I mean? So if I'm not telling you what to do, but if I love that brewery model, which is like, you can take our shit and go home, because We're not policing this shit here. And I don't know how you even do it, given that what we're talking about, which is like you drink it now and that shit hits you in a half an hour. Meanwhile, you had a double IPA, a fucking big ass fucking like barrel aged beer. You're over here with your friends and your girlfriend. And you know how when we're good people and like we're all like things are just going down, you're just not even like, you know, soon you were like, damn, I had 6 beers. And then you had like, oh, motherfucker, you had this 50 milligrams of THC too, by the way. Now you're supposed to get in the car. No. So if I was a brewery owner, I would probably jump in and do these things, but y'all got to take that shit home and deal with it. I don't know what do you think, Dave? Y'all got to take that shit home.
A lawsuit waiting to happen. I can't do anything with that. It's still a Control 1 substance. I'm good.
Although they're trying to change that, which is great, but
they are. But even outside of that, though, there's still this whole, you know, again, you drink a 50 milligram THC thing, you're gonna have to wait a half an hour for that hits you, and in between, then you had 2 double IPAs and a fucking no. I don't even want to serve you, Dave. After I served you that THC drink, I want you to chill for a half an hour so I can see what you look like before I give you anything else. I ain't even trying. You want some water?
From a business standpoint, it's like, what do you do after that? Like if we're serving THC, it's like, you know, we're serving them in between hours. And if it was me, all right, you know, we serve THC drinks at, I don't know, 5 or 4 o'clock. And then we're going to serve you those at 4 o'clock. By 4:30, 5 o'clock, now we have food specials.
You're like the fucking Girl Scouts that post their cookie things outside a dispensary. Like, hey, man.
I wish I would live in the West Coast and my daughter sells Girl Scout cookies. This is where we at. We only want to be outside the dispensary. We want to be outside the smoke clubs. Oh, all right, yeah. If this dispensary lets you smoke inside, this is where we setting up shop.
Right next to the hot dog cart. Just
sit right there. You don't want that hot dog.
No, you want Yeah. So question for you outside of THC stuff, because we can go on that for fucking hours. Literally, there's an endless amount of discussion we can have about that, and we can. I wanted to get your opinion, Mac. I don't know if you heard about how there's a program that Sam Adams running called Brewing the American Dream, I think, and Conso Brewing and Crowns and Hops are the 2 of the finalists, because they're trying to make it more something where they're having Black-owned breweries be part of Brewing the American Dream. I don't know how well you know either of those brewers. You know, Teo is like a fucking force of nature. That motherfucker is like, you want to run through walls when you talk to that guy.
Yeah.
I have not had the good fortune of talking to the Conso Brewer guys. Have you? What do you think of all that?
I haven't. If I have, it's slipping my mind now. I probably had drinks when I was doing it. I do know Crowns and Hops, T.O. Benny. I've seen it. I haven't really looked deep into it, the Sam Adams program. So I can't really like put my 2 cents on it. I know like the bare minimum about it. But I haven't like really done my research. You're going to keep me from sleeping tonight because I'm going to go.
Don't do the whole rabbit hole. It'll be fine. Just do a quick search, just so you're satisfied. You don't have to do the whole ADHD rabbit hole thing that my wife does, where she's like, "All right, now I have to research every aspect of that."
It's hard not to though. Like once I see it, once I know, I feel like I have to know it all. But I mean, I hope if it's everything that you say it is, I hope it's holding true to it. I just think that we have to start spreading that love around though. That's my only thing when it comes to like the Black breweries and the Black brewers. Like we know there's others, but we're not getting that same reaction from everyone. Of course, from you all, we get that interaction from you all, but outside of that, we don't really get that same.
Yeah, the people with the money is what he's saying, Doug. And we got it. We're poor, so we're fine.
Yeah. That's fine. We have a very limited reach. So
yeah. So if y'all don't mind, I want to move on to something real quick here, if y'all don't mind. So
I'm
one
just,
thing
I'm
that
just,
y'all
I'm just listening to that song. That's fucking great.
So one thing y'all probably don't know about our friend Dave Mack here is that Dave Mack went to college not for brewing beer, y'all. Dave Mack went to college for music. So one of the things that I don't know if we've really discussed a lot of music with Dave Mack, so we're going to take this opportunity right fucking now to do that shit. So without further ado, y'all, this is I believe it's Black American History Month. Is June, among other months, Pride Month, and all kinds of other things going on this June. But so it's Black American History Month. And I told Dave to bring some Black American people that musicians that he wanted to talk about. So I will start, y'all, just because I'll show you the format, and maybe y'all can either follow my format or just go with the flow. But I would like to talk about one of my favorite musicians ever. Actually, is the Brothers Johnson. They are a funk and R&B band. They were a funk and R&B band. The 3 singles top of the charts were "I'll Be Good to You," which is, I can't remember that one.
That was
Oh,
that
no,
was
I
sampled.
remember
That was sampled by Foxy Brown.
Okay, I remember that. Okay, now I do. Strawberry Letter, I think everybody knows, and then everybody knows Stomp. And gonna stomp all night in the neighborhood. Yeah, we're gonna get we're gonna get tagged for that. But I just love them. But on my next panel here, y'all, here are my deep cuts for them. So if y'all want to check them out, Ain't We Funkin' Now? Great song. Mr. Cool is a fucking really, really funky song, y'all. If y'all like funk, that song is all funk. It's fucking amazing. And Tomorrow is just a pretty ass song. Y'all will know Tomorrow if y'all heard it. It's a pretty song. And what I mean by pretty, I mean it just invokes. I wish unfortunately, because of copyright, Doug and I aren't that rich that we could just be paying for this shit. I wish I could play Tomorrow for you because I'm pretty sure y'all have heard it, but it has like is it a harmonica or is it a keyboard? It's just a really pretty song. These guys are great. I don't think that the Brothers Johnson gets enough like pub, or they, to me, they were kind of lost in that late 70s, early 80s funk push where there was just the Funkadelic and George Clinton and James Brown was wrapping up, and it was just a whole bunch of people, early 70s or late 70s, early 80s, y'all. That's Michael Jackson all day long, Jackson 5, I mean, it's just so many good artists, and everybody loves the 80s music, you know what I mean? So these guys didn't get enough that, but I still play them hard, and y'all should check them out too. Also, I also put the This Is Brothers Johnson. If y'all on Spotify, that's a great playlist for them. So Brothers Johnson, y'all, I literally still listen to them to this day. Love them. I'm a funk guy. I love funk. That's one of my favorite eras and genres of music. And funk clearly has a big ass effect on today's hip hop and rap. You hear it all through it all the time, even to this moment. So shout out to the Brothers Johnson, y'all. Love them, love them, love them. Dave, would you like to go next, or who wants to go next?
Man, well, it's crazy that we're talking about this because me and Tifa just came back from the Roots picnic.
For
weekend.
sakes. Man, jealous.
So
who was there and what was going on, Dave?
Oh man, we got to see Redman, Method Man. They brought out Common. They brought out Black Thought. They brought out Freeway. Bree Stevens, a up and coming rapper, R&B singer here in Philly. Of course, Jill Scott was there. Tierra Whack, Nas. Who else? Lil Wayne, Smino, Wale, Backyard Band with A. Marie and Scarface. And that's just to name a few. So, but to talk about just Black music, yes, music is my thing. My children listens to we might listen to the Commodores, Zoom, That's like a main thing for us. We listen to. I can't listen to a lot of the stuff that I listen to. So a lot of the stuff we do listen to is funk because a lot of it isn't too wild. You know, when we get to Curtis Mayfield, I gotta skip when I got them in the car with me. Oh yeah, Andre 3000 was there, but he was definitely playing the flute.
I was wondering if he was going to play the new album. That would be great.
So I think
Don't hate on the flute. Don't hate on the flute.
I'm not hating on the flute. I think the flute was dope. My thing was, I was extremely high, so sitting there listening to the flute, I really started feeling like, oh, this is some Pied Piper shit. He's trying to lead me somewhere. I'm going to another stage, and that's what I did. If I wasn't that high, I probably would have heard the whole set. But I was, and it didn't. And I remember walking, and this is the God honest truth. I'm walking. It's just me. I'm walking out, and I'm going down the aisle, and a guy grabs my arm. I shit you not, grabs my arm and says, "Don't leave yet. It's a vibe." And he goes just like this. And I said, "I'm definitely fucking leaving. Like, I gotta go. This is too much for me. Too much for me." But listen, it looked like he was just like, it's a vibe. He really went like that. Like, it was broad daylight. And I said, you got to be high just to tell me some shit like that. And
I'm really high because I'm listening to it.
And I'm listening to you. Like, you grab me and everything. It's a ass load of people here. And I'm like, what the fuck? No, I'm going. And then T-Bag asked me, "Oh, how did you like?" I'm going, "Yeah, I'm good." Who's coming up next? I can't do it. And I love Andre 3000. I truly do. I listened to that. I listened to that album, front, back, side. I listened to that album.
But I like that. I need to go back actually.
Influence though.
Yeah. Excellent. Wow. So you hit a lot there. I don't know if you want to talk about any more, but you hit a lot there. Doug and I are jealous.
Yeah, I'm very jealous.
Yeah.
This is my 10th year though. I've been going to the Roots Picnic for about 10 years.
Sure. I would too if I lived there.
Yeah,
I would be there every year.
Tickets were VIP tickets was $138. I remember that. Now VIP tickets are not that.
Yeah, that shit's way more now.
Yeah.
Just high enough for flute.
But not too high, Daniel.
Not too high. Don't get too high. Not live. Like when you I think that was the whole thing, like the whole approach. Like they got on all white. It's smoky, it's foggy. He's sitting there looking like Andre. It did something. I said, "No, this ain't right." I feel like is Jim Jones gonna come out the back? Like, what the fuck?
It sounds like a good time.
David Copperfield time.
Yeah, like
see,
magician.
See, Doug. Yeah.
Kool-Aid, I have to go.
Yeah, see, David's too smart, Doug. I would have been like just smoking and I would have got caught. I would have been I would have drank the Kool-Aid and I would have been like, oh, I'm a dumbass when I go to these things. I get too high, and I would be doing the things that I shouldn't be doing. That Dave was like, "No, I got to get out." I would be like, "Yeah, Dave, where you going?" Dave, stay. They'd be like,
"Oh, let's go get a beer." No, give me water.
Lots of water.
And yeah, let me have a seat. Let me gather myself. Get me a what was I drinking a lot of? Emergencies and liquid IVs. Get me a liquid
IV. Yeah.
Put 2 of them in this bottle. Something ain't right. I don't like this.
Doug, what do you got for Black History?
All right, so
Black American History Month.
Black American Music History Month. Okay. So I'm going to give you one. I am a house music junkie from way back in the day. This is the godfather of house, Frankie Knuckles. Fucking, Baby Wants to Ride was the first house song I ever heard. He did that live at the Warehouse in Chicago. He was from Chicago. He died in 2014 from complications from diabetes. They have a whole foundation to help with different things with that. Like he was the original just house music DJ guy, just fucking around with frequencies when shit's playing and making stuff just weird and just but danceable. And like there's a whole culture around house music that it was very much almost like hippie music, but dancing. Like everybody was just kind of in there just together. That's kind of like the epitome of a house. So like this is just he's the one who kind of came up with it. He's the one who that somebody heard it and he's what is that? And he goes, it's called house music. And that's what he dubbed the whole term. So that makes him kind of the GOAT. That's the godfather right there. So just hearing things like, you know, Baby Wants to Ride, obviously there's a whistle song. It's Hard Sometimes. He just has a million fucking great songs. You know, he's been dead for 10 years and that's a shame because that guy was awesome. So that's my guy. That's like, I'm a big house music fan. I'm fucking 52 and I still listen to house music and I can't dance for shit because my knees suck. But like, God, I fucking boogie out my chair and just, I have a good time. So yeah, rest in peace, Frankie Knuckles. That's my guy.
You're going to make me look it up and go to it. I'm not a house guy. I'm not the best dancer in the world.
Dude, dancing is not anything about how good you are at it at all. Like it's about, are you having a good fucking time doing it? That's the whole point. Like I could dance a little bit. I was not the best dancer in a group of guys I ran away with. That we went to all the house clubs. I was probably the only white guy, but like that was just I didn't give a shit. Like that didn't matter in the context of what house music was at that time back in the 90s. Like it was friendly to everybody. Like whether you're gay, straight, trans, it didn't fucking matter. You were there to just enjoy the music. Now, a lot of people were fucking on acid and doing all that stuff, but that's hey, whatever. But like
that was the 90s.
That was the 90s.
I would have loved to been around those eras. I don't think I would get that high, but I would love to just see it.
All right. Yeah. All right. Story about acid, kids. One time I did acid. It was terrible for me. It was I had a 12-hour trip where I envisioned a midget was chasing me with a knife. That was 12 hours. And you, like you said, when you take edibles, there's no, I want to turn this off. You're on acid. You're on acid. You're there. You're on the trip for however long that shit fucking stays in your brain. So that was my, yeah. So acid, I think very much depends on your state of mind when you go do it. Some people say that about shrooms. I've had shrooms a few times. Shrooms is not like that for me. Shrooms is just very much, that is very much you take it and you are just, there's a weird at peace that you have with it where you're just kind of, everything kind of jives and you're just there. Like I had a conversation with a bonfire one time when I was on shrooms. Like it's just really fucked up, but great. So
yeah, I am terrified to try because I'm not the best. Like I'm the type of person, like even with THC, I'll take a hit. That's it. I'm good. I'm good for the rest of the night. Two, I'm super good. So for me to actually like take a shroom or to take acid, is like, oh, that's too high. That's too high for me.
Well, the thing with shrooms is they're natural and they don't last nearly. They last like an hour, like not long. Like with acid, you're in for the ride. Whatever that ride is, you're fucking strapped in. And if it sucks, sorry, that's your trip. Good luck. That sucks. I would not recommend that unless you are in a very good state of mind when you take it.
I'm never in a good state of mind. I'm an entrepreneur. The state of mind is fucked. You know how wild you have to be mentally to say, you know what, I'm gonna start my own business and then I'm gonna sell beer.
I start my business where I have to have a lot of capital, but I'm just gonna sell beer. Yeah, I get it, dude. I get it. I commend you for doing that. I am not that gutsy.
It's but honestly, you know, what it boils down to is like I'm not happy when I work for other people either, though.
It sounds like you like sort of having control of your faculties at all times.
I do for the most part. For the most part,
That's not a
and
criticism, by the
I
way.
take time, and the little ones are coming now.
I hear a stampede coming your way.
Yeah.
What's up, little man?
You say hi. This is we have to get Dakota's hair done tomorrow. And
Hey, man, you got to get it done like this.
And my son needs to be getting in the shower.
I want to go in the shower.
Yeah, please do. Thank you.
Yeah.
And she's been crying for me. I heard her, but Big Brother had her for a while.
Oh, okay.
So now she's sitting here. So now everything's fine now. Just
okay.
you can see what I'm doing.
So I apologize. I was assuming male there, so that's fine.
Oh no.
Sorry about that.
The hair.
Ah,
The hair will do it.
the hair.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. Welcome, Dakota.
Yeah, Doug.
Yes, I know, Latifah. I apologize. I'm an idiot.
Oh, shout out to Queen, who has her own little one now. So
Yeah.
Yes, Marvel.
yes, Dave's an uncle again.
Oh, excuse me. I said Marvel. Maverick.
Dave's an uncle again, right? That's not your
See?
first time, right?
No, I have a nephew, and now I have a niece.
Look at that.
So
Look at that.
we're both. See, look, she's just sitting here stunned.
Yeah.
Hi,
So
guys.
Dakota just turned 2. My Dakota turned 2 in April. My son turned 8 on the 20th of May.
Nice.
So yeah, they kind of stick with me. She hasn't been to any events with me. She'll be on like little situations like this, but my son has been to beer events. He really wants to come to Barrel and Flow, but that's not happening.
Considering you have to work there,
that
makes it a little different.
He's been to other beer festivals that I actually worked, and he's like been with me, but not Barrel and Flow. This is not it.
That's not the space. Yeah.
Because
Not yet.
It's a good time. That's like a family reunion. And
man, we're gonna be old when he shows up.
Oh man. Once he goes, it's over. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have gray hair by then. Yeah,
you're gonna have gray hair, Dave. You're gonna
have
club.
gray hair.
You're gonna join the club.
Yeah, you are.
I don't think so. I'm dying.
He'll be doing just for men.
That's what I'm gonna look for.
Right.
No, I'm not. No, let me stop lying. If I'm ever so lucky to have grays in my beard, I will embrace them fully.
I'm gonna tell you, dude. Listen, black guys look way better with gray hair in their beard than white guys do. That is not a flammable statement. That is absolutely true. Greg,
you can stop.
Your beard.
You could stop before the whole beard thing. Black guys look better than white guys. We can just stop there and just move on.
Fair. That's fair. As he saying,
that's fine. That's fine. Whatever.
Black doesn't crack, or black don't crack, and we do.
No.
I don't know.
So
I've seen some cracks.
So they, yeah, me too. I'll just go. We weren't supposed to say that, Dave. We're supposed to just let them go with that shit. Anyway, Dave, you're a basketball fan and head. I know that. Obviously, we talked about playing. Do you have any comments on this?
Ugh.
I mean,
I love Doug. Did you hear? He's like,
I mean, I can't see this at like Boston. Come on, man. Y'all didn't switch up the whole lineup in less than a year. Mm-hmm. Like Maverick, y'all did the same thing, but I think Dallas is gonna take this.
oh,
wow.
Okay.
I think Dallas is gonna take it. That's just my opinion. It may not be the popular one. I haven't really kept up with all of the series, but
Wait,
I'm,
so wait, you think or you want? There's two different things.
I think.
Oh, okay. All right.
What I want, I would want the Sixers, but who knows when the next time that happens.
Well, you got to just trust the process and move on with your life.
Well, the Celtics have a process, and not only was it the coach, it was the team, and now they back.
Oh, jeez, stop.
Fucking Boston fans. All right, I have a question. All right, so question quick about the Sixers. What do you want to see them do? Embiid's 30 or 31 at this point,
and
he can't stay healthy.
He got to go.
You want to trade him while he has value.
Listen, this is what I'm saying. This is how far I'm gonna go back. They're giving Embiid more time to get it together than they ever gave Theo Ratliff after taking them to the championship and losing at the last stage. Y'all got rid of him the following season.
Yeah, Theo Ratliff was kind of like this he's a nice player, but he didn't the problem is Embiid has this personality that kind of people seem to really love. I don't. And it doesn't mean that I dislike him. I just think that the guy can't stay healthy. He's a phenomenal fucking player when he's healthy. But if he plays a whole game, by the end of the game, he looks like somebody ran him over with a car. Dude, you need to step up the stamina. What do you do?
What are you doing on the off season?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's time for them to really really pick it up. But I'm from Philly, man. We are terrible. We're terrible fans. If you're not delivering, you got to go. Get rid of them. We'll take someone from the Knicks. We'll take someone from Boston. We'll take someone from anywhere, long as you go. And when you come, until you mess up, you're one of us.
Yeah, I heard some rumors about Donovan Mitchell going to Philly, and I think that would be awful. And the reason is because you have Tyrese Maxey, who I fucking love. And how do you make those guys coexist? They both need the ball in their hand.
I just think that it's the same thing with the Eagles. The teams, it's it goes one by one. The Phillies got it together, and then they dismantled everything. The Eagles got it together, then they dismantled everything, then they got it together, and now they're trying to dismantle everything again. The Sixers, it's it's not working. I don't know what it is. It's just not.
It's the process.
That's what they say when the money's short and they just don't know where to put it.
So
yeah,
I'll go Doug, and then I'm gonna change the subject.
They're worried about putting the stadium downtown instead of worrying about getting the infrastructure of the team together.
You want them to put the arena downtown as opposed to actually building the team.
They're trying to put the arena downtown.
Okay. I thought you were saying that. Sorry.
They're trying to put the Sixers arena where the gallery was. Pretty much getting rid of Chinatown, everything.
Insane.
Don't bring that thing in.
That's insane. They're getting rid of Chinatown?
They're trying to. But I don't think that's going to play out.
Are they trying to get? Are they trying to get public funding to do that? You know what I mean? Are they trying to? Are they trying to do public funding to do it?
Of course, they're going to get public funding because these teams don't pay taxes in the cities and the states. Some teams don't pay no taxes.
Yeah, because that's part of their deal. If they're there, they don't pay taxes because they don't.
They don't pay taxes because they're employing so many people. They're paying them minimum wage. My beer, my $5 beer costs $22, but the workers make
minimum wage.
But they get to be at the game though.
Yeah.
Well, so if y'all don't mind, I'm gonna change subjects here, and then
Yeah, let's
we'll
do
start. We'll start to wrap up here a little bit, but our friends at FanDuel, I didn't know it was National Donut Day, Doug, and those things aren't great for us, but we're gonna act like we can eat them for this. Okay.
I can eat one at a time.
Well, you have to choose two, Doug. So that's why we're gonna act like.
All right.
So, Dave, when you
Guess
open up
first.
that, when you open up that dozen box. Remember when we were young and we used to get the Dunkin' Donuts dozen? That used to be the fucking bomb, Doug. Dunkin' Donuts is horrifying now. We know
Yeah, their
that.
donuts
But
are
remember,
terrible.
back in the day they weren't. And maybe
No.
if they were terrible, they were like terrible, and we never had that shit before. So then we were like, "This shit's golden." Fucking
They're
Dunkin'
good and
Donuts used to be
terrible.
the fucking bomb, dude. When my mother brought home Dunkin' Donuts, it was like a fucking bonanza in my life. It was just like the most amazing shit ever. Now it's such garbage. It's just really tough for me. Anyway, Dave, you can choose two, and the rest have to be shot into the sun. What are you doing?
It's definitely going to be chocolate frosted. I like a vanilla, but you don't have that up here. So I'll
wait, did you say vanilla cream? Wait, did you say vanilla cream?
A powdered vanilla cream.
Yes, yes.
The rest of them, I never have to have them again.
Oh shit, Doug, what's going on with you? I
All right.
completely agree with Dave. Completely, actually.
The goat donut is the Boston cream donut. The cream in there is just fucking, if it's done well, it's fucking awesome. And original glazed. Like hot and fresh, there's nothing good. Like the Krispy Kreme, like hot and fresh fucking glazed donut is fucking awesome.
That's pretty dope. I agree. The Boston cream, no, I'm not. Doug, I don't know what you.
There's dude, that vanilla cream shit where it's like, here, have some frosting inside of your donut. No, thank you. I don't want that.
No, don't listen. Defending your nonsense is not attacking ours, Doug. So just chill, okay?
You were just shitting on me saying Boston cream, both of you.
Well, listen.
I've bitten the donuts and put them right in the trash because I'm like, oh man, it's a vanilla cream. It's a Boston cream. Oh.
All right, let me ask you this: if there was an eclair with Boston cream, is that any different? Are you good with it? Did you just think it's the same shit?
Same thing.
So,
it might be
Doug,
worse.
the biggest flaw in your argument here, I have to point it out. It's really, really glaring. You sat up here like Stephen A. Smith says, right, JC. Like
I can hate Boston all I want. That Boston cream is good.
Hold on. So, like Stephen A. says, you sat up here and trashed Boston for weeks on end. And then JC, he wants to be like, oh, my favorite is the Boston cream. Doug, respectfully, you should be disqualified from ever saying Boston in a positive manner in your whole life after all the shit that we hear.
Okay.
I do have a question, though.
I think you should be disqualified for ever saying anything nice. Because even when you do say something nice, I think it's suspect because I don't know what the hell is going on with you for saying anything nice about Boston. You don't even like Cheers, Doug, right? Is that true? So like
that's a dumb fucking show. Just like
watch your mouth, Doug. Watch your mouth, Doug.
Where everyone knows their name.
Yeah, Doug. Watch your mouth. There's a kid present.
But is Boston cream, is that really like a donut for Boston though? Like if I go somewhere, it's like if I go to Boston and go to a donut shop, it's like out of everything, you're always gonna have Boston cream.
I don't think that's a Boston thing. I just think they just named that for whatever reason.
It's kind of like it's kind of like deep dish peaches in Chicago, huh?
Maybe.
No,
which is pie, but that's a different beast of an argument.
I don't want any parts of it.
No, you don't want any part of that argument because I get yelled at for that, and it's pretty funny. But yeah.
So, okay. So, can y'all hear me? Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So, the Boston cream donut is inspired by the Boston cream pie, which in turn was created by Chef M. Saison at the Boston Parker House Hotel. So there you go.
Okay.
So it's all about Boston.
Right. And so
So
that's
That's the only
Doug's
thing
take is
Boston has done
nullified.
right.
Doug's take is nullified.
Hey, it's the exception that proves the rule. Boston sucks except for the Boston cream donut.
No, it all sucks, Doug. That's where you're wrong.
Right.
Right, Dave.
yeah. I can live by that Boston cream. I remember when they used to go to Dunkin' Donuts right there on Cobb Street when they were still making them fresh over there, and they accidentally gave me a Boston cream instead of the vanilla cream. And back in the day, if you touched it, you better finish it.
You ate it.
I don't care what you eat, but whatever you pick up to eat, you better eat it all.
Mm-hmm.
That was me picking up the fucking cream donut that you guys are talking about. I was like, my God, my teeth are going to fall out of my fucking mouth. They're so fucking sweet. I'm like,
But
sorry.
they did it. So now what?
No, but I got plenty of fillings from them. Thank you.
And
I
apparently
didn't
you
get
have
my first stab at it until I was 19.
and apparently apparently you have a question, Doug.
I do. I have a question for both of you. Forgive the white appropriation of this. My question would be, what is the first food you grab at the cookout? What is the first thing you go, I'm getting that when I go to the cookout? What is the first thing both of you grab? Go.
The chicken fresh off the grill. If it's a cookout and it's hot dogs and hamburgers, it ain't a cookout.
That's a white cookout. That's
a kid's birthday party.
Yeah.
What is this? It must be a 5-year-old.
With raisins and a potato salad, Doug?
No, I don't. The thing is, that's even for white people, that's like not many people do that. They're just
that's a reach. He said that's a reach.
That's a reach even for white folks at a cookout. So,
but I don't know. You're from farm town, PA. So y'all eat a little different.
That's fair. I'm talking for you. Like when I go, I am looking for I want burgers because I fucking love burgers. I can't eat a lot of them anymore, but I fucking love burgers.
Now, if we're talking, a homemade
it is burgers.
Yeah. I'm not talking shit that you grab the fucking Boca burgers and throw the shit on the grill.
If we're talking homemade burgers, we might have a deal. It depends on who putting it together. If I don't see like onions and things in that patty, I don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to be oddly shaped, so it doesn't fit on the roll. Like it can't. I don't want to see these perfectly round handmade burgers. These things should be like completely oblong. They should be sickled.
Yeah.
I got another summer question for y'all real quick. If we're done. Are you done, Doug?
Yeah, you didn't give me an answer, Greg.
Yeah, I said Dave is right. It's a chicken. But also, though, I agree with you. If there's no chicken, then it's burgers. That's it. Chicken, burgers. That's it. Burgers, because the barbecue sauce, too. You want that still. If the barbecue.
Okay, then I have one other question for that. What's your first side?
All of them.
I'm not the black person when it comes to this. I don't eat the sides. I'm not reaching for potato salad, macaroni salad, seafood
mac and cheese
salad. Nope, I don't even like mac and cheese.
Okay, that's surprising. not because you're black, because like I think
no, he's got to go for that.
Cheese.
He's got to go. No, what the fuck?
Hey man, seriously? I wasn't saying that because of his skin color. I was saying like everybody likes fucking mac and cheese. I was really confused.
Skin color, bean color. I don't. What, Dave?
It's not mine. It's not my thing.
All right, Greg. I made the stream go sideways there. That was great.
I don't know what. I don't even know this man anymore. I thought I did. Man, no mac and cheese.
Mm-mm.
Oh, Doug, we should have moved on when I wanted to. Oh my god!
All right, now you move on. Let's get away from this before we lose our respect for Dave. Apparently.
Oh, that's all. We're past. I'm.
What?
I
We're
don't
not
even
past
know.
that. We're not.
I don't
past
even know. I don't even know how to process that. I'm just.
That's
it's
okay.
Slow. Right. It's gonna be. There we go.
that. Craig needs a gummy.
Or 2 for this one, JHG.
Or a 50 milligram drink.
Nah. It's cool. It's cool. It's just rare when I hear a black person say, and that's why he even said it though. He's like, "I'm not even black." What did he say? He's like, "I'm not black people on this one. I can't do the sides."
I don't want none of them.
Black people, we love the sides. Collard greens. Come on, Dave.
I can
Okra.
do that, but long as you're not cooking it with any type of swine, I'm good.
Sweet potato.
No.
Okay.
Dude,
okay.
Like you talking
Doug,
about sweet potato or sweet potato pie?
whatever.
Sweet potato pie is terrible.
You
I
can
don't
leave
care.
the pie,
Doug,
leave the
you
pie
were
alone.
not being asked.
I'll do like mashed sweet potatoes. Yeah.
You were. Okay. Here's the real. We're not moving on until here's the real question. Grits, sugar, or salt?
I'm putting sugar in my grits.
Oh.
And that was on Sundays with fried whiting with my grandmother. Yes, that was me. I'm putting sugar in my grits.
Sugar?
Yes.
Oh, Doug. I shouldn't have answered that one. Wow. At least you got the donut question right.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, everybody's got their fucking taste buds. It's like everybody has their
way
they taste
doesn't
it.
make it
Like,
right.
For
But
me,
it
I
doesn't
don't
make
like
it
grits.
right.
That's like,
but it
grits are
doesn't
cream
make
wheat.
it right. Doug, I don't care what you say, it doesn't make it right. Okay? Just because you have an opinion. Come on, man. Y'all wilder. All right. I'm gonna end on a good note because I don't know who y'all are at this point. So you think you know someone and all right. Dave, this is our last question of the night, at least for me. What's your favorite summer activity, Dave?
We're members at the pool. We're going to the pool tomorrow. I you know, if we go to the beach, I mean, maybe, but the pool with the grill.
Okay. All right. Doug, do you have a favorite out of these?
Tie between grilling and hiking. Hiking is dependent on how hot it is. If it's over 80 degrees, I'm not hiking because I'm terrible in the heat. But I like grilling. So.
Mm-hmm. For me,
camping is a no because I'm not going to sleep on a fucking air mattress in the middle of the woods. As much as I used to do that when I was a kid, I can't do that shit anymore because my back will be a wreck.
I was gonna say camping is. You might as well just cross that off for me. I'm not even. It's just not gonna work. Like maybe glamping, where I like camping
Glamping
like a yurt or something. But no, nah.
What about
so
you,
I'm gonna answer hiking or grilling. Smoking is fun. I like staying inside too. I don't mind the pool. If the beach looks like that, sure. If it doesn't, no. Because I need to see the sharks in the fucking tank. The ocean's a scary place, man. No one knows that shit. I mean, I think people know that.
I think people know now.
The ocean is. I don't know why people mess with that when you don't have to. I ain't trying to go in no ocean. Y'all wilder. Give me a nice clean pool that I can see through. Yes, I know. People are messy and nasty in it, but whatever. Like, they're messy and nasty everywhere. So what are you gonna do, Doug? Is that a reason not to do anything, Doug?
Yeah.
No. Right.
I will say a beach. I would prefer a rocky, craggy beach over like that white sand beach kind of thing every day, because if you're in the beach like that and I just get sand in my fucking in my swimsuit, no thanks. I'm passing on that. Does it look beautiful? Absolutely. It looks great. No thanks. Also, I get really hot really fast, so no thanks. And I'm white, so I burn like a motherfucker. So
You said you
So
went to Rocky Beach and sound like you going to Atlantic City.
No. I go to like Maine and stuff like that, where it's like
Iceland.
Not Iceland was their beaches were awesome, just awesome. It's
Dave?
raining and 50 degrees. Great, perfect.
Yeah, but you're not going in the water.
No, because if you go in the water in Iceland, you're going to get tore up. Like
Right.
not by sharks, just by rocks. So yeah, no thanks.
Right. All right, man. Enough of your silly takes tonight. Jeez, Christ.
You're welcome.
Wow, you're having a good one tonight, Doug. You're in rare form tonight.
That's because I was drinking this freaking thing and I finished a whole crowler, which is not my norm. So.
What was that? What's
This
that? Did we see
This
it?
is Furiosa. This is from the north, which is one of my favorite breweries.
Yeah.
Dave, I have to send you stuff from them because their stout game is awesome. This is their cinnamon stout, 10%. 10% or more.
Oh yeah, we I'll have some stuff for you. Say no more. We'll make
No,
it happen.
I will get some and I'll send it your way, my friend.
Well, last
Hey, Latifah, guess what? That's summer for me as a freaking old white guy. That's great.
you're weird. Oh my goodness. Takes out of you tonight have just been wow. Anyway, last thing we need to talk about before we wrap it up here is Barrel and Flow.
Yes.
Dave Mack, what's going on with Barrel and Flow? Something that we all attend every year. We see each other every year. It's almost like a family reunion. All that. What does Mack Brewing have cooking for that?
We are going to be brewing a collab with New French Brewery with Thomas Poet. Yes. Okay. Next, I believe we're going to have. We didn't have our IPA last time. We just had our lemongrass and honey. So we're going to have the IPA again this year, and then we're working on bringing. I got to get it right. My stout isn't coming out the way I would like it to. So stout collab. Hopefully, we have the other one. Yes. What right there?
All right.
See you. Okay, you want them to see you. There we go. Right there.
Well, hello, Dakota.
All right.
Oh, I'm gonna hang out.
Yes.
These are beers we've never tasted, Doug.
No, we've tasted the lemongrass and honey for sure. That's my favorite one.
The
Oh.
IPA, you tasted the IPA before.
Yeah,
But
and
we haven't-
the IPA you sent me, I actually got your IPA, and that was awesome. So I'm looking forward to that one too.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Doug, you were mesmerized by that shit
Yes.
on live camera.
Well, the lemongrass and honey one was the one I was just like floored by live. So
Right.
14%. Yeah.
Doesn't
I
drink
wish we
like
could find
14.
an
That drinks
episode.
like 5. Just for the record, that thing is delicious, and it doesn't drink like it's the ABV it is. So
And it'll
Look at
get you
that.
every time.
yes, it does.
Look at that. Look at that.
It's a fury.
All right, so that's one of the next times anybody will be able to get Mack Brewing's beer, right?
Yes. And then
Well, there you go, y'all. We will be there this year. Aww. Aww.
It's late. The poor baby needs some rest.
Yes.
Doesn't want me to put her down.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I put her on the ground, and that's what happened.
Right.
Man, I will tell you, I have kids that are old, and I just look at that and I'm like, that's great for you. That is not something I'm happy I'm doing anymore.
Sometimes I miss it though, Doug. Sometimes I miss it, but not ever.
I do not.
Does
I
that
do
make
not.
sense? Sometimes.
This is what we go through. We'll go through a time where it's like I'll pick her up from daycare, and it's like, I want mommy, and then it's like, oh, now you just want me. No more. Can't put her down.
Yep, that happens.
But I'm okay with this because I know in a few years or so, she won't want to be around me at all. So I'll just take it all in.
Yep.
So, Dave, any parting words while we can get them in here?
Thank you once again for having us. Thank you for inviting, my guests as well.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing you all very, very soon. Juneteenth will be bigger and better. We'll have another staple event that we're working on, new website. New merch will be at Barrel and Flow first before we launch it on the site. So the new satin jackets, the embroidered T-shirts, they will be available at Barrel and Flow first before we launch it on the website. And all the handles, the Instagram, Mack Brewing Co. The website is under construction, but we're getting there.
Yep.
Let's go. That's awesome. All right, Dave. We'll see you soon. And by soon, it's what, 6 weeks or something now?
Yeah.
Something like that. We're getting down there, dog.
We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there close.
That's
I
gonna
can't
be
wait.
great. Good times. Good times. Well, thanks, Dave, again. We'll see you at Barrel and Flow, and we'll talk then. And yeah, cheers, man. Nice to have you always. We'll talk next year. We do it every year, so we'll talk to you next year, right before Juneteenth, and we'll see what you got going on.
Cool.
So that is great. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
All right, man. Take care.
All right. So, Doug, I have one announcement, and we'll get out of here. My one announcement is that I am helping Giant Jones put on a Juneteenth event here in Madison, Wisconsin at Giant Jones Brewery on Tuesday, June 18th. They don't open on Tuesdays, so they're opening just to do this event. So shout out to them for that. That'll be fun. We'll have 4 to 5 vendors, and we'll have Divine Barbecue as the food cart. And hopefully this goes well, and we'll continue to do them. So I'm pretty happy for that. So look for that. We don't have a flyer. I'll have one next week.
Yep.
But yeah, I like working with the ladies at Giant Jones. They're kick-ass.
They're great.
And obviously the beer is, well, we know. So any parting things? Oh, yeah, that.
Beer review.
Yeah. I'll start off, Doug. I have this dumb little lager. That was a good lager. I'm from Hop and Barrel Brewing, which I have no idea where that. I'm gonna guess Illinois. No disrespect to them, but it was just a normal lager. Nothing too special. My second beer was this peanut butter and jelly porter from Hillsboro. Hillsboro is out in the middle of nowhere, dog. And when I say out in the middle of nowhere, I literally mean out in the middle of nowhere. It's farmland. They have a nice little brewery, little tap room set up out there. It's pretty cool. This was like a peanut butter and jelly like sandwich. It was pretty good. I liked it. I will look for it again. My third beer, y'all, and I'm debuting it right now, was Tropical Beer Hug from Three Floyds. Is it
Three Floyds? Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Sorry, my bad. Goose Island.
Oh, Goose Island. Okay.
Yeah, AB and Bev got this at the club meeting last night. The club that I'm a member of puts on a Great Tasting Midwest, and then we get beer for doing that in all kinds of different ways. And when we show up to the meeting, they have all these different beers out and all that. It's just great. Great club. Love it. Anyway, it's an Imperial IPA. It was pretty good. But it wasn't. I was drinking towards my fourth one, Doug, and I know I wanted to have it on show you. It's Dragon's Milk S'mores. It's a great beer. You can taste all the s'more effects of it. It still tastes like a stout. It has, big ABV. It's just great. So, yeah, that was my night. It was interesting.
All right. So I had good beers. All my beers were good. There was not a bad beer amongst them. Let's start with this, the Baron of Arizona West Coast IPA. Not super duper bitter, which is kind of a characteristic or of the hazy IPA, West Coast IPA style. Not very hazy, but just super drinkable, just really sessionable, really, really just crushable. I had the Furiosa Stout, which was basically a cinnamon stout from the North Brewery. I drank all of this, so apparently it's pretty good. But the favorite thing I had tonight was the Schlafly Double Bean Blonde. This was a chocolate coffee blonde. This thing, you could pound these, and it was 6.5 or 6.3, 6.3. Super duper duper drinkable. This, I'm going to have to bring one of these with me to Barrel and Flow just so you can try it, because I think you really dig this.
I should be able to find it. I should be able to find that.
I'm just going to tell you that is something that, like, I was like, okay, well, coffee blondes are like very hit or miss. You either really nail it or it's really off. That one nails it. That one really nails it. So I will see if I can make sure I can have one to bring with the myriad of beers that I always bring to you to Barrel and Flow. So yes.
Yeah. I should get. I can get all those Schlafly beers. I should be able to find that actually out here. Not all of them, but I mean, obviously, I'm closer than you are. So
yeah, I was surprised I found it. And Schlafly, just
they're good.
They're really good brewer. So yeah,
they're good. They're excellent. And what's also going to be excellent is this next week, y'all. That reunion with Doug and I, and Jason's coming on to co-host with us, and we're going to have a bunch of guests that, if y'all, depending on how tight y'all watch us, you will have seen most of them, if not all of them. We will have some surprises in there. And yeah. All right, Doug. We're getting out of here.
Yep, absolutely.
Y'all have a great weekend. Weekend before Father's Day. And yeah, it's the summer, so get out to your local brewer and hit that beer garden.
Yep.
Doug, I'll see you next week.
You got it, sir.
Same time, same bad channel.
Yep. All right. Love you, man.